To help showcase the latest capabilities in IFS Cloud, we are going to bring this to life around a fictive example company called Vinteki. Vinteki does many different things as a business. One division manufactures and services escalators. Vinteki sees a huge opportunity to introduce remanufactured escalators into the Netherlands and Belgium markets. So let's take a look at how IFS Cloud can support Vinteki with these opportunities and challenges with a few short demo scenarios. Let's take a look at remanufacturing, which is a key example of the embedded sustainability capability in IFS Cloud. The EU has indicated they see a total market potential for remanufacturing to be 90 billion euros by 2030. That means it is set to become an increasingly important aspect in the future of the manufacturing industry. IFS supports end-to-end manufacturing. At the same time, we're working to enhance our capabilities around the connected worker. This capability, based on our Poka acquisition, assists the human worker to be more efficient and effective while working with the increasingly complex and expensive machines on modern production lines. Let's have a look at how Annie Machado, a Vinteki factory worker, would work with this. The first part of the remanufacturing is the ability to receipt the product that needs to be manufactured quickly and easily, in this case the escalator step core. Let me show you your first view of the IFS.ai Copilot, which can answer questions about using IFS Cloud. One such example is on how to receipt goods on a purchase order, as you can see on the screen. Let's watch as Annie types the question, "How do I receipt and accept a receipt?" The IFS.ai Copilot returns information about the activity, including links to the respective sections in the help documentation. Annie selects the instructions, which takes her into the connected worker module. This is the instruction to inspect an escalator step core. Let's hit the play button and see how this works.
Nach Reinigung und Entfettung sind die eingesammelten.
Unfortunately, the inspection instructions are in German, which means that Annie has no idea what to do. Annie uses the embedded AI language feature to translate the German audio into English subtitles so she can understand what she needs to do. Let's just do that. Okay, done. Let's start the video again. With the help of IFS.ai capabilities, the video is now automatically translated into English. Annie can scroll down to view much more information on the instruction. With help of these instructions, Annie can now perform the inspection, and the escalator step can be used in the remanufacturing process. Once Annie has received the cores, she can add them into a remanufacturing shop order for an escalator step. Let's ask the IFS.ai Copilot what a remanufacturing shop order is. While Annie closes the Copilot, she looks at the shop order. Annie can immediately see that it uses the same screens and processes as regular shop orders, but of the type remanufacturing. This has benefits as it can use all the core capability, but it allows for additional functionality that is critical for remanufacturing. For example, on the Materials tab, where it highlights alternative remanufactured parts in green, that will automatically be used to remanufacture this step, while components that are worn out can be defined as requiring new components. Great! This gives an overview of how IFS Cloud supports Vinteki in their new process. Where core functionality like the remanufacturing capabilities we showed earlier will help drive processes, the data that's collected as part of the core solution or from external platforms will be used to manage and report on sustainability. One of the lobbies is Product Eco Footprint, showing the impact manufactured parts have on the environment. A lot of the data Annie needs to both manage and report on sustainability KPIs or ESG is available in system using lobbies like this. First, Annie sees the actual production. She sees what volume that has been produced and what percentage of that is remanufactured. Next, Annie can see report indicators, emissions, the corresponding carbon offset, as well as the costs of producing these escalators. And Annie immediately sees that remanufacturing has a positive impact on both emissions and costs. Now she can zoom in to the specific part emissions pages for the escalator steps. Annie sees the entire eco-footprint of newly manufactured escalator steps. She sees the different part-specific emissions in the bottom. Now, if she would look at the remanufactured escalator steps instead, Annie can see significantly reduced emissions. In this case, very few emissions are generated. and the resources remain in use instead of a landfill. All that information is then rolled up with associated KPIs and tracking, allowing an organization to take a holistic approach to ESG governance and management.